Hello, this is Dr. Eze Amarachi Grace, Director of Humanities and Charitable Affairs of the Universal Peace and Violence Amelioration Center, UPVAC. The Universal Peace and Violence Amelioration Center is a non-governmental organization that brings new hope for humanity. I'll be discussing criminality in Nigeria. Among other things, we'll find out how fruitful Nigeria's effort so far has been in curtailing crime. Before I proceed, I'd like to define criminality the way the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary has it. Criminality is the fact of people being involved in crime or criminal acts. The forms of criminality noticeable in Nigeria today include militancy, kidnapping, bombing, armed robbery, vandalization of government property, assaults, carjackings, rapes, and extortions. It is important to note that the government has actually put security measures in place to detect crime and apprehend perpetrators. Nigeria has spent several billions of naira over the years to curtail crime. However, this effort has not yet yielded much desired results. More security officers have been recruited into the workforce and computer-based security operations has been adapted in order to combat crime in Nigeria. Despite these security measures put in place by the federal government and various state government agencies, criminal gangs who engage in violent crimes and other forms of criminality still end up perpetrating their evil deeds, sometimes in broad daylight. The invention of guns, arms, and ammunition is good for the maintenance of security, but I think it's an irony of some sort that their negative use by criminal elements all over the world has outweighed the positive deployment for security purposes. If an armed robber, militant, or a terrorist, for example, does not have a gun, arms, and ammunition, and other harmful weapons which he uses to terrorize his victims, will he contemplate in engaging in such evil adventure? Will he be so daring, menacing, and bold to commit any crime against his fellow man or rob his victim at gunpoint? He definitely will not. The crime rate in Nigeria, which seems to be on the increase, is a negative trend, which is a threat to Nigeria's development. The activities of various militia groups has consequently resulted in low income for government from all revenue, moderating the gross domestic product growth rate, low participation of local and foreign investors in economic development, and insecurity of lives and property of citizens. Money from some international organizations and funds raised locally from governmental, non-governmental agencies and charitable organizations as well as individuals, which are supposed to be channeled to human capital development, has been deployed for the rehabilitation of families of the casualties of terrorist attacks and the renovation of property destroyed. Also, high percentage of Nigeria's annual budgets is allocated to security agencies. To this end, infrastructure and human capital development to this end, infrastructure and human capital development are almost foregone alternatives. Hence, capital expenditure is struggling from the rear. One major cause of crime and militancy in Nigeria is the poverty level of our society because you cannot preach good virtues to a hungry and dying man. I'd like to suggest that the various governments in Nigeria consciously engage in sustainable programs that will have direct impact on the people, especially the youth, by alleviating the rate of poverty in the country. In minimizing criminality in Nigeria, Nigerians have a role to play. Core values, morals, and family values should be upheld by individuals despite the harsh economy. Nigerians must maintain a culture of honesty and integrity, even in business. Also, security is a common responsibility of all. I mean, all. Everyone is involved in this. In conclusion, the earlier we curtail these criminal elements in Nigeria, the better for us, since no society can attain meaningful development without curtailing its crime rate to the barest minimum. As criminality in itself is an enemy of society and development. Remember, there's a thin line between criminalization and decriminalization. Be at alert. Think right, act right, be security conscious. Thank you.